Alan, you're part of our coaching staff, you're part of our committee. This club is on an upward trajectory. Would you give us a walkthrough of kind of that trajectory from maybe starting when the clubhouse and where we are now, where you hope you'll go? What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so I mean, I suppose 10 years ago we had the 40th anniversary, and we had the opening of the clubhouse, and that gave us kind of a foothold in Renmore, someplace to kind of call our own. And then I suppose 4 years ago we've had the development of West Pitch here. Our new home pitch, it will be a quality surface in years to come. And I suppose more recently now we've received the sports capital grant funding for a new all-weather facility here. So I mean, that's the growth of the club here. I think we're now at nearly 500 members, maybe a little bit more now when we take into consideration the ladies team for next season, and we need it. So we need the facilities to kind of match the growth of the club, and match the kind of the ambition of the people behind the scenes as well. I mean, I'm very selfish. What I want from being my involvement in the club is I want to watch football when I'm never going to leave Renmore. So I want to watch football well into my retirement. I want to come down here on a Saturday, Sunday morning, look at this, maybe help out, see my kids play, maybe see my grandkids play down here. I don't want to go anywhere else to watch football and enjoy football. So I'm a football person. That's all I've ever done. That's all I've been. I'm part of Renmore since I was. I think I'm saying I'm 5 decades involved with Renmore. We started back when I was 9 years old. We had little mini leagues around the parish, and we had a lovely under-11 team that we got to a final our first year, and that kind of gave me the bug to kind of continue on and be involved in football for the rest of for all of my life, I suppose. Yeah. So that's what it is, for pure selfish reasons. I want to be able to enjoy football in Renmore for the rest of my days, and I think to do that, we have to develop the facilities here. We have to retain our players. We have to invest in our coaches, and we have to, I suppose, become a little bit. We have to become more of a part of Renmore, more of a part of the community. We have to be central to the community, and we've started that. We've got some amazing coaches here. Look at these 2 kiddies here, absolute legends. You're going to be on TV in about 20 years' time, scoring goals. Yeah, for Ireland. But the kids here we see here, we've got nearly more coaches than we have kids, because all the parents are so involved, and they kind of see what we're doing. It's I suppose it's you're trying to create a community here. You're trying to create friendships for your kids, and we can do all of that through Renmore AFC. So it's brilliant.
One of the great successes is that volunteer story.
Oh yeah.
We've seen probably the volunteer numbers almost quadruple in the last 3-4 years as well. I think. What do you think that's down to? What's caused that?
Yeah, I think it's because we're so open here. We don't close our doors to anybody. I think if you have the right attitude and the right mentality, we're going to help you along the way. So I mean, the likes of, I suppose, Louise and Dave and that gang, they've really, they've kind of, how would I put this? They've kind of put a new slant on how we do things. I think we've started off. We used to always have, we said, John, Power, yourself, and Niall Murphy. You were kind of doing it in everybody kind of relied on you. Guys, Josh, the boys will be there. What we've kind of done is we've kind of reversed it. We've said, listen, we won't be able to put on quality coaching unless you come yourself with your kid and help us out. It's not going to happen without you. And look what happens. We've got an army of we've got over, I think we've nearly 80 volunteers now. All of them Garda vetted, safeguarded, which means that they're actually engaged in what we're doing. We have to have these things for child protection purposes. But every coach that we've brought on board is engaged enough to go and sit for 2 hours and do a course. That's rare. That's something we haven't had before. And I think it's just because we're showing what we're doing here. This is great crack. Saturday mornings. Where else would you want to be? Anyway.
You'd mentioned the 4 decades involved in the club.
Five, Tom.
Five. I was going to be kind to you there. I mean, you played as the academy, juvenile, junior.
Yeah.
Standout memories. What are the things that kind of spring to mind? You'll always remember.
All of my success was nearly away from Renmore, but since the the best memory I have at Renmore is under 11. I know it's so not that far long ago, but yeah, it's a long time ago. But under 11, coming down, the excitement that we played our final and our semi-finals over in Merview, and I was playing with boys that I was going to school with, lads that were hanging around every single day of the week, and to get to a final with them was just amazing. You know, we still talk about it. All of our best men's speeches, kind of in some way, shape, or form, all kind of go back to that moment when one of the team captain was crying, or I might have said something I shouldn't have said to another player, or along those lines. A lot of our speeches, best men's speeches, have kind of had a bit of those stories to them. And then when I came back, I suppose I've nearly won everything in Galway football, which is a bit crazy, a bit arrogant. But the only thing I regret is we were only, I think it was 2 points away from winning the Premier League. When I came back as an adult, we were 2 points away from winning the Premier League, and we had a great team that year. And it was just unfortunate that we couldn't push it over the line. So that's my only. I've won every other division when I think with Renmore. I think so. Yeah, 3, 4, 3, 2, and Division 1 then as manager coach, or co-manager coach. It's just the Premier League, so you know I might don the boots next season and see how we go. But we'll see how pre-season goes. You know,
just to get the medal.
Yeah.
Perfect. No, awesome. I think I've only one other question for you. Chairman in the future for you?
No, I'm much better behind the scenes, Tom. You know, no, there's some amazing work that's going on behind the scenes at the minute. You know, as I said, the likes of John or the likes of Dave and Louise, what they've done, the likes of Lorraine and like building on what like Niall Beattie, yourself, Mike Crowe, all the guys have done over the last 20-something years. So I'm happy to be the under 7s coach with with privileges, or with
Fantastic, very good. Good. I'm good. Is there anything else you want to?